Internet trying to hold me down. Okay, there we go. I think we're there. Internet trying to hold me down. Won't let me be great. Won't let me be great. Internet trying to hold me down. All right, y'all. It says I'm live on YouTube, but I don't see it. So we're going to have to roll with it. Give me a second. All right, family. Thank you. We are now live. The internet now I've been testing, if you know me, you know I do testers. So the internet tried to test me this morning. No, I was excited about today. Thank you guys for joining me on the book launch for the Ultimate Goals Handbook. Try to get me discouraged, but I got to get myself back together. Thank you guys. So we have a lot to cover today. Hopefully some of you who already pre-ordered your book or you got your book on Amazon, if you have your book or if you have questions today or if you want to talk about your goals, I'm going to go through parts of the goals journal. I'm going to turn this light off really quick because it is flashing. Okay. So hopefully you have your books, you have your journals, you have your questions. If you registered, we're going to have a raffle. And so this is the 14th year of previously the Goals Journal. I'm going to show you, I don't know if you guys saw my, I had an Instagram post today. So this is the year of you guys following that post today. So I'm going to put up my slides. Let's see here. So welcome to the virtual book launch of the Ultimate Goals Handbook. I'm very excited to share this special day. So whether you're going to be watching live, whether you're going to be watching the replay, thank you for hanging on for those drooling 10 to 12 minutes while YouTube wasn't letting me be great. So today I get to celebrate the culmination of my 14-year journey with the Yearly Goals Journal. And so this handbook is designed to help you take control of your 2025 goals. And so today should be inspiring. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be fun. Let's see. So let's get started. If you want to leave comments, wherever you're commenting at, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on my Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, I'm on Instagram Live, put your comments here in the chat. I'll try to answer them throughout the broadcast. I know most events you attend, you have the host and, it's all about them. Today, I am going to talk a little bit about myself, but I'm also going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about your goals. So this is like a fun, friendly, family conversation, right, between you and I. It is a book that I've written, but it starts off as a book that I've written, and it ends up being a book that you create with your goals and routines. All right. So technology is acting silly today. Is technology acting silly on me? Okay. It didn't get the memo that I was a fighter. So we just gonna keep it rolling. So I am Coach Sheree Vejan. I'm the author of over 11 books and journals, co-founder of the Goal Setters Club. With my husband, we co-founded that. It's an organization that we specialize in goal setting, exploration, plan implementation, and purpose attainment. We also publish the monthly Goals magazine. So our new version will be up in January. I'm also a certified coach, trainer, speaker with the John C. Maxwell team, and mom of 3 grown children. Um, One on her way getting married, and at the end of this year, all my kids will be married. Um, Newly grandmother and wife of 33 years. 33 years. And so I am also the author of the Ultimate Goals Handbook. So some experience has gone into this book. Hey, Jonah. Jonah's in the house. Thank you for watching. Now, Debbie, I don't know why you saying hi to Kennedy. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome, Kennedy and Jonah. Thank you guys for watching. So I'm excited today, which gets me to we're going to do a welcome, which is what we're doing now. We're going to have a book walkthrough. I'm going to walk you through the journal. You get to see some of the happened over years. You get to ask questions if you have questions, and then we're going to do a giveaway, and then I'm just going to have some closing remarks. Thank you guys. I feel special. Thanks for hanging in there with me. If you do not have the event guide, go ahead and get your copy of the event guide. You can use this QR code. Your girl is over here acting up with this chat. I don't know what I'm doing right now at this point. Go ahead and scan the QR code to get a copy of the event guide. It has our agenda in there. It has some links. So go ahead and scan that and download the I can't get caught up in this chat. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. So go ahead and download the event guide. All right. So welcome again. Again, I say welcome. I'm going to take off my So again, today marks a monumental occasion, launching the Ultimate Goals Handbook. 13 years in the making. Year 14 is the Ultimate Goals Handbook. So you get to see some of the covers on this side. We started in 2012. We actually started in 2011 with our first goal setting workshop in LA. And then from there, they wanted something to take home with them. So we created the 2012 Goals Journal. And then it went all the way up to, 2024 was the last year. When I printed 2024 Goals Journal, I did not know it was going to be the last year. We decided we were going to make it the Ultimate Goals Handbook so you could keep it throughout the year. So this is exciting, actually. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book. I'm going to give you a brief overview, and then we'll take a closer look inside. So the Goals Journal or the Goals Handbook, and I have to get used to saying handbook, unlike traditional goal setting books, the Ultimate Goals Handbook is your all-in-one toolkit that combines exercises, tips, guidance, inspiration. Most books on personal development, because that's all I read, is personal development books. They're filled with systems and formulas and numbers. This book is about you. It's about your formula. It's about your numbers. It's about your routine. It's about your goals. It's what you want to accomplish for yourself. It's not me telling you what the formula is. It's helping you with some systems and some routines to help you design the life that you want to love. Because sometimes the goals that you set are set by other people, or goals that sound good on paper, or goals that you feel comfortable saying out loud, but sometimes they're not the actual goals for yourself. So let's move on to the next slide here. I'm going to give you like a brief walkthrough. This Goals Handbook, it has coach's notes. So for every month, it has a coach's note. Let me see if my camera is a little bit clearer now. It has inspiring quotes. It has a resource guide. It has 50 actionable tips. It has a reading list. And it has a wheel of life. So if you haven't done a wheel of life before, it's pretty. This is how I got started. Maybe 19, I'm not sure what the year is, but I bought a book by Zig Ziglar and it had a wheel of life in it. And what you do is you pinpoint where you are and you go around in the circle and you kind of see how balanced your life is and not. And you can start with that goal. So if you say, hey, I'm good in all these areas, but my health and fitness is way off. I'm good in all these areas, but my personal development is way off. You can get that wheel of life and start to balance. Continuing in our walkthrough. So I'm going to highlight some of the pages here. So this is dedicated to Dr. Billy Ingram. I went back and forth on whether I wanted to put this in there or not put it in there. And then I decided, I'm going to list this because one thing about Dr. Billy Ingram, he had a major impact on my life as a person, as a creative, and as a Christian. He first acknowledged my gifts and he supported them and he made room for them. And it's important to call out, gifts. I know my future son-in-law is here and I'm gonna shout you out, Jonah. Jonah is very gifted and he's very talented, and it inspires me to see that gift, to see him speaking and see him preaching and see him singing and see him leading. And that is a gift. And so I feel it's important to say it. And I say it a lot. Hey, point out the gifts and then find a space for that person to use their gifts, or find a space for that person to express their gifts, or make room. We bought a whole piano and nobody plays it in our house. We bought a whole piano because Jonah used to come over and bring his piano or bring his keyboard and play worship music. And so now we have a piano here for him to come and play worship music or play whenever. And he's the only one who plays. We don't play it. So it's hilarious. But this is like Dr. Billy Ingram. He acknowledged my gifts. He says, hey, you're a great speaker. Hey, you're a great poet. Hey, you're a great singer. And then he made space for me to sing. He made space for me to get to my poetry. And so I wanted to acknowledge that with him. And this is vital because I didn't have that support, growing up. So as you go through this goal journal and as you reflect, who is your Dr. Billy Ingram? And can you be a Dr. Billy Ingram to somebody else? Who can you make sure that, who supported you during your goal setting, and how can you be a support to somebody else? And so that's a great reflection. And so I wanted to just point that out, and you can read that acknowledgement and read some of the things. This Goals Handbook actually got started when I did my first workshop with my kids. And Facebook was fairly new. I posted up something, hey, I'm doing a vision board party with my kids. And then people were like, well, what curriculum are you using? Like, I'm using my own. I want to do that for my kids. And I said, okay, let's have a vision workshop, a goals workshop. And so I had my first goals workshop in 2011 at Maranatha at Pastor Billy's church. And these were the first, my daughters were involved, Kennedy Haywood, my nephews, Asia Lee, my husband helped me. And I did it with my family first, and then I went into the community with other kids. And so again, even though this is an acknowledgement page, I think the last couple of years I didn't have an acknowledgement page. But if you've ever done a speech, or if you ever done accepted an award, one of the scariest things is forgetting people. Sitting down and go, oh shoot, I forgot to thank this person. And so in this acknowledgement section, I just want to thank the people who made this project special. My kids, Jasmine, Kennedy, my son, Reg, is such an inspiration. They're always testing out the book, reading the book, looking through it. They're the editors. We also were in Panera Bread for a couple of years, going through the book together as a community. And some of the things, Debbie's on here if she's still watching. I remember us sitting down. There was a point when I took page numbers out. because it was a journal. And so you didn't really need page numbers. But we were meeting and Debbie was like, what page is that on? What page is that on? What page is that on? And I said, you know what? If she's saying that, other people are saying that. And so I made sure I had page numbers in there. And so those of you who write books, those of you who have projects, it's a good idea to you, but until you sit down with people and go through that project together with people, you get to get the real feedback. And so I was able to get feedback as we met inside of, Panera Bread, and we met inside the local. Now we meet out here at a different restaurant once a month and go through our goals together. Just want to highlight, I also got a chance to visit some of the kids in school programs. I got a chance to be a part of youth programs at church. I got a chance to talk to kids about their goals. I got a chance to talk to adults about their goals, women who are starting over. So it's been a journey. It's been a 14-year journey into goal setting, and I got a chance to see how it changed my life and changed the lives of the people who I've been around. And this is, every year, my family and I have a vision board party. Every year, we go through our goals, we write out our visions, we talk to each other about what we expect in a year, and we have all of our vision board parties from when we started, I think, back in 2009. And I know one year, my daughter Jasmine decorated the house with all the vision boards, and it was good to see the things that came to pass, the things that you're still working on. It's also good to see that it's never too late to reach your goals. So I wanted to share just some of those personal reflections, and then I'm going to go and get into the book real quick. All right. So this is probably going to be a little long process. I'm going to go through the journal. If you have your journal, or if you don't have the journal yet, or if you're on the fence about the journal, I'm just going to go through it and let you know. So we talked about the dedication. There's some acknowledgments. There's a note from me. There's a poem. There's a story about, why I started the goal setting process called Anne's Daughter. There's a concept about setting smarter goals. I know we're taught to set smart, and then I encourage you to set smarter goals. I'm going to talk to you about my 7-step method to reaching any goal. And then there's a before the work. So before you even do the work, I have what I call the TDA format. And then you having a personal commitment. And then there's before the goal, which is my husband's favorite. 6 things that I feel you should do before you set any goal, which is to brag on yourself, embrace who you are today, forgive yourself, own who you are, to reflect and embrace the power of pausing, and expect to change and make room for your goals. And then there's a foundations for success. So these are like, who are you for real? Now, when you get to this part, when you get to who are you for real, I want to encourage you to really think about who you are for real. Not what people expect from you, not what you think you should be doing, not what you think your goals are. So this is a pretty simple yet powerful exercise. Discovering your purpose, exploring your purpose, your life's mission, choosing your word of the year, choosing your song of the year, your will of life, balancing out. So you have a thorough, when I say goal setting handbook, you have a thorough guide to setting your goals for 2025. So you have January through December, the goals that you're going to set for yourself, celebrating, there's a time to celebrate, and then you have your resource guide, right? So I'm going to go through. Let me put up. If you still need to order a copy, I'm going to put up the QR code. All right. So I'm going to go through a couple of these pages. I'm not going to read every page. and then I'll go and see if there's any comments. So there's a poem, original poem by yours truly. Another year has come. I'm blessed to be alive. Another chance to make a difference. Another year to thrive. Another opportunity to learn, forgive, and grow. Another year to dream, to plan, and take action towards my goals. I'll learn to walk in newness, forgive myself for past mistakes, approach each hour with gratitude, and live each day as if it were my last. It's a new year, but I'm still the same me, except now I'm chasing my destiny. I began this journey as a caterpillar, now radically transforming into the butterfly I was always meant to be. And then I just give you a brief look into how goal setting saved my life, how I decided to be the voice I needed to hear when I was growing up. I talk a little bit about my grandmother, how I was raised briefly. This is a brief story. Um, but what I do love about the Ann's daughter at the end, there's a saying that I say in the because in the end, setting goals isn't about changing your life; it's about claiming your life. And so, just keep that in mind as you're setting your goals. Is especially being a believer, um, God already had a plan for you before you were even born. So you're not here trying to create this plan for your life. You're trying to step into the plan that was already designed for you. And sometimes in doing that, you do need tools, you need resources, you need support, you need a team of people walking with you through that. All right. And then we go into smarter goals. You guys heard about the SMART acronym, which is being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, um, and time bound. And I add execute and routines to that. So I feel like you can have the best goal set up for yourself. You can have it as smart as you want, but if you don't execute and you don't create daily routines, you're just going to have a perfectly crafted goal that you haven't executed on. And so you have to. So here's an example here in the goals journal, in the goals handbook. I want to lose weight. So that is your goal. And to put that in a smarter frame would be I will lose 15 pounds. I will lose 1 pound a week. I'm going to lose 1 pound a week by exercising 3 times a week for 1 hour and managing my diet. This goal aligns with my lifestyle objectives of improved health and vitality. My deadline is December 1st. I will get a gym membership and seek a nutritionist. My routines. I'm going to use a calorie tracking app. I'm going to work out 3 times a week. And Monday through Friday, I'm going to follow a keto diet and intermittent fasting. So that is a complete goal. Not only are you losing weight, you have a complete plan. You have a deadline. You have a routine. You know when you're executing. You know when it's going to be done. And so using this system throughout the year will help you be successful in your goal setting. I also have a 7-step method to goal setting, which is to write, balance, research, affirm, visualize, act, and celebrate. And I should tell you how I came up with this method, again, through my daughter, Kennedy, who wanted to play in the WNBA. She had a conversation with Lisa Leslie about what she should do. Hey, she needs to do this every day. People in my community said, hey, you need to research and get some magazines on sports. So all these things, I believe if you add these 7 steps to any goal you're trying to reach, you will be successful. Write it down, balance it out. Research what books, coaches, websites that you need, apps that you need. Talk about it every day. Affirm, say your affirmation, speak positive about it. Make sure you act by creating routines, and make sure you celebrate. All right. So each month we highlight a different month. So January, working on our health and fitness. February, our relationships. March, finance. April, working on our home goals. May, our self-care goals. June, our fun goals. July, personal development. August, our career development. September, our family time. And October, our spiritual goals. November, travel. And December, our giving goals. So you have your before the goals, you have your before the work, you have your 7 steps to goal setting, you have your foundations, which is choosing your word of the year, choosing your theme, discovering your purpose. You have your will of life. So you're before the work, your tools, discipline, and accountability. This is added this year, and I thought this was really good because you can have the system, you can have the goals, but if you don't have the right tool, so I believe, not just because I wrote it, but I believe this is a great tool. Everything that you need to push forward with your goals is in this handbook. I created this handbook not just for you, but I also created this book as a legacy piece to leave to my kids and leave to my grandkids. So if something were to ever happen to me, I know that they have a system to be able to reach their goals. And so having that tool and then discipline. Oh my goodness. I could use a little more discipline this year, honestly. So the discipline and accountability. Having the right tool, which is the handbook, deciding to be disciplined, and then getting some people to be accountable with you. Here you have a commitment to transformation. So this is important to fill this out, take a picture of it, leave it on your phone and say, hey, I'm committing. Not just I'm going to buy the book, set it on my shelf. I bought it. Hey, I supported Sheree. It's not to support me, although I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. It's for you to have a system to work towards your goals. And here I'm asking you to commit. So you're signing saying, hey, I'm going to commit to use this tool, whether it's going to be daily, weekly, yearly, well, not yearly, daily, weekly, monthly. I'm going to have this person help me, and then I'm going to stay disciplined. So you're writing in who your accountability partner is. So right now, just go ahead and get another copy. If you have your copy, go get another copy, hand it to that person, and say, hey, let's keep each other accountable in 2025. We talked about before the goal already, the 6 things that you need to do before you craft your goals. I'm going to go through that. We went through that already. All right, and then I'm going to get to the monthly goal setting portion. Thanks for your patience while I go through this. So I was trying to extract some of these pages out. Let's see. Any questions so far in the chat while I'm going through this? Thank you guys again for showing up. I appreciate it. Writing the book is the easy part for me. It's a lot of work. That's not what I'm saying. But showing up on camera, sheesh, that is that's the challenge for me. So this is still big for me. And this is the wheel of life that I talked about. So say like where you feel you are with your finances. If you feel like you're a 1, you're gonna put a 1. If you feel like you're a 10, you're gonna put a dot on the 10. If you feel like you do a good job with your self-care, you're gonna put a dot on whatever number you feel. Then you're gonna take a pencil or pen and you're gonna connect the dots. And then you get to see how aligned you are and how balanced you are in your goals. All right. And then you have an opportunity to write out your balance goals. What number 1 goal you need to work on in each category. And I know there's a debate about balance and not having a balanced life, but at least the goal would be to focus on balance. At least the goal would be to keep at the top of mind, hey, I've worked 13 hours today. Maybe I should take some time out for myself. Maybe I should do something a little healthy. Maybe I should have a healthy meal this week. And then set a goal to leave a legacy. Legacy is greater than currency. So after you have figured out your goals, after you have done the before work, after you have committed, I'm asking you now to sit back and say, what goal have I created that I can share with others or that I can make this a legacy goal? For instance, okay, you want to lose weight? Instead of you just working out, get your family and work out on a Saturday. Go grab your aunts and uncles and grandparents and just walk the street and get healthy together as a family. Or the mayor of Fontana here, she had said that she took a picture. She didn't like how she looked and she wanted to take a walk. And then instead of just walking herself, she created like a walk through Fontana. And today that still exists. And so not only is she walking, she got a whole community behind her to walk, and she created a whole event. So what can you do if you're improving relationships? Maybe you're a married couple, your goal is to get married, or you just finished, maybe you're newly married. Have a marriage goals inside of your home once a month. Get some other couples together, make it about other people and not just you. Reading more. So if you want to read more, start a book club or read with some other people. So think about how you can take your goal and create a legacy goal with it. So I give you some examples here in the book about creating legacy goals. So I'm just going to go through January and show you what each month looks like. So each month there's a topic. So the first month we start with our health goals in January. You have some inspiring insights. You have some quotes here that get you started. Health is not valued until sickness comes. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. So you have some quotes. You have, the setup, the intro to each one. You have a space to put your goal, why it's important, the obstacle, one skill that you need to help you reach that goal, one person that can help you reach that goal, your plan of action, and the date that you want to complete it. So that's your number one health and fitness goals. And then on the next page, you put the additional health and fitness goals that you want to reach. On your research, you're putting what books, what support team, what magazines, what podcasts, based on that goal that I selected, that will help me reach that goal. Websites, other media that can help you. And then affirmations. So you want to use this page to write out your affirmations. If you are part of the 1-year success program, I have sample affirmations for you. I have sample goals. And actually in the back of your handbook, I have sample affirmations as well. Sample goals. I had a girl who says, I don't even have any goals. I don't know where to start. So if you look through it in the back in your resource guide, there are samples for you. And then here is a place to attach like a 3x5 photo that reflects your number one goal for this life category. So you can either cut out a picture in a magazine, you can have your own picture. Maybe you looked a certain way a couple of years ago and you want to look that way again, you could put that photo here. And then your routines. Based on the goals you set for yourself, what can I do every Monday? What can I do every Thursday? What can I do every month? What can I do weekly? What can I do every year? So you want to put down your routines. This is our smarter goal, execution and routines. And then your goal reflections. So at the end of the month in January, you're saying, what is my biggest accomplishment this month? What was my challenge? And then how will I celebrate? And then your notes, your success notes and random notes. This is so important because the next year, sometimes you don't know how your life was impacted until you go back and read it. All right. All right. So yeah, so each chapter is the same. Let me see if I can skip through. Let's see. September. Let's go to 300. Okay, so then you go into your resource guide. And I know you guys read books. Well, I hope you guys read books. Um, I put a lot of time and work and energy and research into this resource guide. It's not just things that were just slapped on a page or books that I just randomly Googled and said, oh, here's some, books. These are books that I've written. These are books that I have read. These are books that have been given to me or things that are recommended. So there has been time in this resource guide. And again, keep in mind that this is something I'm putting together for my own family to leave behind for my kids and my grandkids. So what you're getting is personal. It's business in the book, but it's personal. Um, so in your resource guide, you have sample goals, you have sample routines, you have sample affirmations, you have some quotes, you have my purpose playlist, you have my reading list, and then you have a space to put your notes. You have a whole section on here on how to create your vision board. If you've never created a vision board, I give you some examples here, step by step, on the materials you need, the different types of vision boards, some key reminders, your tools. So everything you need to create your vision board is here. Here I give you tips on mastering your goals. And so here you have over 50 tips. Ask for help, be clear, brag on yourself. Check to see if your goal is still relevant, celebrate success, create affirmations, count the cost, create a visual, educate your partner and family members on your goals. To me, this is so important. Educate your partner, your family, and your friends about your goal. When they understand what you want to do, and why, they may become a great source of support and encouragement. Now, sometimes you may tell your family members and friends, and they may not be your source of encouragement. And that's when you know you need to fall back to somebody else. You still want, I'm a firm believer in sharing your goals. I know there's people who don't want to share their goals for those reasons because of feedback, unwanted feedback. But if you get around the right people that you share your goals with, the right community, the right support team, the right accountability team, then I highly recommend you share it. All right, enough of that soapbox. So you have your tips. You have sample goals for each section. So if you don't know what goals to set for your health and fitness, here are some. Reboot 3 times a year, spend 30 minutes on the treadmill, stick to a meatless Monday diet, take a multivitamin every day, take a 15-minute walk every day, work out 3 times a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you have some samples for each of the categories in relationship, in homes. So you might want to skim through your resource guide first. Here's some self-care goals, some fun and recreational goals. So you might want to go through that chapter first if you need help creating and developing some goals. Sample travel goals, sample giving goals. And then there's some sample routines. So Marriage Monday, for if you're married, maybe take Mondays to do a movie night or have coffee together or have lunch together or have breakfast together. When you create those type of routines, you don't have to say, hey, you didn't make time for me. Every Monday is your time. And so when you start incorporating these things, meatless Monday, maybe every Monday you're going to do meatless. That'll help you with your health and fitness goals. Money Monday, maybe that's the time you sit down and work on your bills. Take a break Tuesday. So you have some samples here to put inside of your routine list. And then here's some sample affirmations. Relationship goals. I cherish the valuable relationships in my life. Quality time with family and friends is a priority. I offer support and reliability to my loved ones. So you have some affirmation points to get started for the affirmation section. You have everything you need in this journal in this handbook, once I stop saying journal. To be successful. And then here are some quotes. Some of my favorite quotes are here. And it tells you how to get your favorite quotes. Getting your motivational soundtrack, putting together a playlist. I have my own purpose playlist, and you can see that. And then I have a link to it here on Spotify, my purpose playlist. And I think it's over 100 songs. And my recommended reading list. This list is handpicked by me. Every book in here I've either written, I've read, I have on my bookshelf. If you've been to my house, you know I got a bunch of bookshelves downstairs, upstairs. We have books in our room. We have books in my office. So I am a reader, and then we have a book club too. So these are all personal development books, which is all I read. All right, so you have a lot. And then you have your success notes. All right, so let me get back to our... So yeah, that's a look through the journal. And now I want to share with you my toolkit. So what I like to have for my journal: a book bag, pencil case, highlighters, sticky notes and tabs, bookmarks, book light. And I'm going to go through my toolkit with you. Let me put myself on. Oops. Okay. So this is my book bag. This is only for my goals journal. This is only what I use for the goals journal. I don't know why this camera is acting up. All right, then. Let me check the chat real quick. All right, as soon as my camera... All right, I'm going to show you what's in my bag. So I keep my handbook, obviously. And I bought this bag specifically for this. So when we have our monthly meetups, it has a handle on it. I keep my light in here. I keep my bookmark. I keep my book light in there. I keep my stickers. I keep my tabs. Keep a little tea in there since I'm now drinking tea. We can talk about that later. So I keep that on the sides. Have my book. I also keep an extra journal for extra notes that I need to write or ideas or something like that related to the journal. I have my little mini supply list. So I keep my 3x5 cards in here. I keep my Post-it notes. I keep stickers. And extra tabs if I need extra tabs. I keep my used notes in here. So say like there's something I want to implement and I've already written it and I want to implement it, or it's an idea that I need to incorporate, I'll put them in here so I can like execute on them. I also keep extra pens and pencils in here. I have another book light. So in the part of the journal where you post your picture or you have your picture, I have this little, so this isn't the best, but it's the best that I found that's portable. So like these little scissors ain't doing nothing, but they do work, you know, but inside you have your little scissors, you have your stapler, you have your tape. I have a pencil sharpener and I have a staple remover. And so this is what I use for my little vision board or my photo page inside the journal. So this comes in handy because it's portable and it has everything I need instead of carrying everything around. And these book darts, I love these book darts, but I don't. Like they're small, they handle the business. They're just they're so tedious and they're so small, and you just got to make sure they don't get lost. See that? So what I use book darts for, so because I have a reading plan too, and I have a plan for book clubs, I put the darts here so I know what the reading plan is. So if I'm reading pages 10 through 12, then, or 35 to 39, I'll put my book darts here so I know where it is. The book darts also can tell you, if you put them on the side, it'll help you with where you're reading next. That's what they're really for, I think. What else? I know, I'm extra. This is my book page holder. So I use this like when I'm in the car and my husband is driving. You know, I'll have my book holder for the page that I'm on with my book light. So I usually have my book light and my page holder. Yes, I keep all this, and I take this bag and I only keep and then here I have my highlighters. So my yellow, like on the book list for my yellow highlighter, I use to highlight all the books I actually own. I use orange to highlight the books I actually read. And then I use green for something I see that I want to implement. All right, so that's all that's in my book list. And you want to create your own. And that's just for my goals journal. Like I have this bag. I'm just a bag lady. I have this bag, and this is for my, I'm in ministry school at my church. So in this bag, I only keep ministry stuff. I keep my school of ministry book. I keep my school of ministry Bible. So this is my Bible specifically for that. I have other Bibles here in the house. I keep my pens in here. I keep my highlighters. So everything that's my homework, everything that's related to school and ministry is in this bag. It also has a place for me to put my water, and it has a place for me to put my coffee. And so when I tell you I have a bag just for my book, I'm serious. Like I have a bag, and I have other bags too for different things. So that way when I'm ready to leave or go, I just grab that bag and everything's in it. And I don't have to worry about whether I lost something. So just staying, on top. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I see some of you guys saying that you have to leave. It's fine. So Q&A, if we have any questions, this is your time to ask questions. And then as promised, I'm going to do a little giveaway. I know we don't have many people on, but I'll reach out to you if you won. Since there are no questions. Announcements, go ahead and get your virtual book launch event guide. If you scan that QR code, you'll get the guide from today. And then for book clubs, if you are in a book club, you want to start a book club, you host a book club, go ahead and download that. You want to get the books And then it has a detailed reading plan and discussion guide for book clubs. And then the holiday gift guide. Some other books that are good for goal setting: Dream Big, Vision Board Planner, Move the Needle, Pause, Reboot, My Brilliant Ideas, Dream Big with God, Master Your Goals. So these are all good books that partner with the Ultimate Goals Handbook. So you can get that at the Goal Setters Gift Guide. You have the link here, or Amazon. All of my books are on Amazon as well. And then join me Saturday, December 28th for our goal-a-thon, right? So it's going to be all day, 12 hours of goal setting. Bring your book, bring your materials, bring your supplies, just all day. We're going to go work on our goals for the new year. All right, so now I'm going to do a quick giveaway. Let's see. Let me look and see who. So if you registered, I have your names here. And let me just get the other name here. All right, so we are going to, let me see, let me share my screen. We are going to give away, what can we give away? I'm going to give away the Ultimate Goals Handbook, a copy of that. Can you guys see my screen? All right, so we're going to do the giveaway. Click to spin. Oh man, that was really close. Okay, Myra. So Myra, you have won a copy of the Ultimate Goals Handbook. I will reach out to you and get you your copy. All right. All right, Myra, I'm going to reach out to you. Or if you're watching, go ahead and message me and we'll get a copy of the Ultimate Goals Handbook out to you. All right. Let's see. Stop sharing. Myra, if you're watching, go ahead and email me your address. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for walking with me through the technical difficulty. I appreciate your support. I'm excited for you this year, reaching your goals, and have an awesome Saturday. And I will see you next time.